Merry Gainsmas. I'm filling in today for Papa Swole. Meyer the sick fucking Gaines and the Glitterbeard. Welcome everybody to episode 525 of the Daddy Mother Swole, the most muscular swole cast in the realm, because when I flex, look at the North and South Poles. Yes, indeed, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. And some larger than others, thank you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, yes. And tweaky.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Hello, dear. Hello, Becky. Justin. Hello. Welcome, everyone, to 525. That's right. Welcome, everyone, to 525. Ooh, with the glasses, too. Live every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. Watch them on YouTube and listen. Fuck the ear holes. On SoundCloud and iTunes. Oh. Remember, everyone, whether you're watching or listening, make sure to take a screenshot and tag me at Swolenormous in your Instagram story. Thank you very much for all the support. More coffee is necessary. Should I just do the whole show like that? Oh, hey, it's back. The beard is fucking back. The beard is back. Oh, Oh. All right, everyone. Welcome, 525. Welcome. Like one. Share one. Hit like. Hit share. I'll give you a moment. Good. It sounds like everyone, I could hear the shares going out into the world. I could hear everyone saying, come watch Papa Swole. Papa Swole. Come and get me. Papa Swole. Everyone loves the gains. Here we go. The gains. And flexing on you. Welcome to Everest and K2, flexing on you, getting yoked from our head to our feet, because Papa Swole today is going to go balls deep, straight in, all the way in, gains galore. What up, DP? DP in the house. All right, my nipples are hard. It's time to get started. That's how we know. It's kind of like when you're cooking a turkey and you stick the thermometer in. You're like, all right, it's cooked. The temperature is right. When these babies are like rocks, like diamonds, we're ready to get started. I go by the nipple meter. The nipple meter is hard, which means we're ready to go all the way in. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's okay if you don't. If you're new to the show, you probably don't know what I'm saying, and you've probably already stopped watching. But if that intrigued you, you're my type of person. You are perfect for this audience if that caught and piqued your interest. So if hard nipples, going balls deep, and getting flexed on is your shit, if it's your shit, you're in the right spot. And let me tell you, this is a pretty good spot to be in. I think we have it all under control. So it's Friday, Flex Friday. Thank you very much, as if you didn't know us already. It's Flex every day, but I'll take Flex Friday as well. We had a great workshop last night. Those of you that are joining today that were not in premium, shame on you. It was awesome. I thought it was great. We broke down the pushing movements. We kind of got a little bit deeper into it, the hand position and pressure placement and core activation. I thought it was great, right to the point. I love it. It was sharp like a duck, sharp like my nips. And today is Push That Shit. The title is Push That Shit. So we've been, pull that shit. We've been pushing that shit all week. Now let's pull some shit. Let's pull. Let's go the opposite direction. Let's pull. And just to educate everyone or anyone that has not been joining the entire week, we've been talking about pushing movements and how the pulling, conveniently so, is important to balance out the shoulder joint. Extra sexy in that cup today, if you haven't noticed already. So we have pushing and pulling, and pushing and pulling are opposite. So if we look at a scale, keep it simple, you got the push and the pull, and they are opposites. So it's important to have balance, and that I know that doesn't look perfectly balanced, but assume it's balanced. So the pushing and pulling are important to create balance around the shoulder joint, around the scapula. You want to have balance and even tension so you can produce force and you don't risk getting injured. Those of you that are watching, if you have chronic shoulder pain, if you have rotator cuff issues that come and they go and they come and they go, a lot of times that's because you have an imbalance. So when you exercise, you get rubbing, you get inflammation, you get pain. Running late, watching dad joke battles, that's good stuff. Those are good videos. So push-pull is important. It's important to understand the balance there with the upper body, the pushing and the pulling. So what can we do to make sure that our pulling exercises are the most effective? Where the fuck is the eraser? I just had it. Son of a bitch. Are we still on? Cut. Start over. Okay, we're good? Got it. All right, just a little bit of caffeine this morning if you haven't noticed. Just a little bit. But what's a little bit if you don't have a little bit more? Oh God, it tastes like, oh God, this is, if happiness had a taste, it would be that. It would be that. So pulling, how do we activate those muscles better? A couple ways. You have, let's say we're looking at the back of someone's head. This is their hair, okay? You have the muscles. Let's say we got the shoulders and the arms, okay? And let's make them, all right, that's not bad. This person has a really long right shoulder for some reason. But let's talk about this, okay? When you are training, it's like Dr. Seuss. When you're training the back muscles, a lot of it has to do with the arm angle. So it has to do with whether the arm is here or, let's draw another stupid looking arm, out here. So this angle, obviously, is bigger than this angle. I think we would agree with that. Depending on where your arm is relative to your body is going to determine what muscles in the back are used. Because we all know that this is the bottom of the back, that the muscles down here, they're muscles down here on the sides, or muscles that go up and across the arm, the lats, they're muscles here, and they're all sorts of different muscles and fiber directions here going towards each other. Here, they're muscles like up here on the back. There are all sorts of muscles in the back. So what I want you to take from today's episode is that they're all important. And when we talk about creating balance, what I'm actually talking about is bodybuilding. And I'm talking about bodybuilding not in the sense that you would look at a bodybuilding competition, because oftentimes bodybuilding gets misplaced for these massive steroid, guys on the Mr. Olympia stage. That's not what bodybuilding is. Bodybuilding is the balance. It's the aesthetic appeal. It's the proper proportion. And I also like to go a little bit further and talk about the proper strength ratios, because if you have proper proportion and proper muscle size and muscle balance, then you're going to have evenness. And if you take that deep inside the body as well as superficial, and you also use that kind of balance in the sense of balancing strength in addition to just the way it looks, you get a balanced body. You want to work everything evenly. The small muscle, the infraspinatus, the teres minor, these are all important rotator cuff muscles. And those are as important as the lat, as the pec major, as the gastrocnemius and the calf. They're all important, but they're all important to be activated and to be balanced properly. So your arm angle will determine what muscles are going to be getting hit the most. When your arm is out to the side, you'll generally hit, if you're pulling and keeping your arm that high and you're only going here, you'll hit more of the posterior deltoid, you'll hit more of the rhomboids if you're retracting, you'll hit more of, unfortunately, what happens is a lot of people hit too much upper trapezius because you have a compensation. So if you have a compensation and you drive too much or at a computer, a lot of times you see people shrugging up while they row. So you'll hit more muscles in the upper back with a higher angle. So it's not a bad thing. This is a bad thing. But this angle is not a bad thing, but you won't be able to get back as far. Okay, you'll hit more of the rhomboids if you pinch, and you hit more of the back of the shoulder if you keep that angle, but you won't be able to get as far in terms of the shoulder joint. So If you want to hit more shoulder joint muscles, this is where it becomes important, where the muscles attach onto the scapula or onto the humerus in the arm. And I know I'm talking fast, but we'll go more into it in the next few days before next week's workshop and premium. But this is like, and what I'm going to talk about now is one of the exercises that I have in my 90-day dash program that a lot of you are already familiar with. If you're doing my program, you're familiar with the Cobra and you're familiar with the prone press. So for example, right here, if you bring your arm further down, you get a lot more extension. So you know you can't move your arm any further than this if you're up this height, but if you bring your arm down, you can go a lot further back. So you get a lot more shoulder action, you get a lot more shoulder joint action in that case, which can hit muscles, in addition, the back of the shoulder, and you can also hit a little bit more like the middle and the lower trapezius muscles that are in between the shoulder blades and also travel further down the back. So the angle is important. What I like to say, if you're going to go do a back workout, I know that picture sucks, just listen to what I'm saying. When you are working your back, when you have a back day, I always like to add in a variety of angle positions. I might do a high pull, I might do a prone press or a Cobra. Those of you that do the 90-day dash, you're familiar with that. I'll do a lat pull down, like a high pulling movement or a pull up. And also I like to do more lower pulling movements. So it's great to do stuff that's straight on, like do a cable row like this, but what about doing it like this? What about going wider and grabbing like this? What about going higher and pulling right under your nips? Mine are still pretty hard, by the way. Okay, or pulling lower. So you can go here, but I'll get locked up right about there. If I bring my hands lower, my elbows closer to my body, all of a sudden, wow, I'm getting a lot further back. I'm getting a lot more range. So you're going to activate different muscles. The most important thing to remember, that when you do your back exercises, you keep your shoulder blades down. I want you to focus on this one thing. I'm going to leave you with this. When you do your back movements, one of your major thoughts all the time, I'm trying to think of an instance where it doesn't apply. You want to try to put your shoulder blades, pinch them back, but you want to put your shoulder blades in your back pocket. So if you have pockets, back of your pants or shorts, I want you to imagine putting your shoulder blades in your pockets. I want you to push them down, depress them. So your shoulder blade, your scapula, actually not too bad considering how bad I draw. You want to try to push them down. So whether you're doing a row, you don't want to shrug your shoulders up. That means they're elevating. You want to put them down. So a lot of people do this. You shrug up, and the reason is because these muscles are working far too hard. They're always shrugging up when you're driving. They're just tight and stimulated, overstimulated, so your body keeps on firing them whenever you do retraction. It's very important to make sure that you're pushing your shoulder blades down. The next couple episodes, we're going to talk a lot more about pulling movements. We'll talk a lot about bodybuilding in the sense that of creating that balance. The pulling is super important if you're trying to get bigger, if you're trying to get thicker, if you're trying to look more three-dimensional, look like you have a better physique. Trust me, everyone wants to work the front because that's what you see in the mirror. But what's most important is on the back because we do everything to the front. You need to work the back in order to create that thickness, that density, and the support for all the stuff we do, not just with lifting, but our daily tasks that we do in the front. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 525 of the most Swole, the most muscular Swolecast in the round. Drive like you flex, we all flex our biceps. That was fast, right? Papa Swole, you're so good at that. Why don't you slow that down and give us a nice outro? All right, I will. Thank you for joining me for the most muscular Swolecast, broadcast, beardcast, livecast, and podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I'll see y'all tomorrow on Saturday for episode 526. Practice putting your shoulder blades in your back pocket. Remember, this weekend, special offer ends on my 90-day dash program. If you have not jumped on it, the link is in the post description. Do not wait. The offer is gone. Believe it ends on Sunday, but as long as you hear me talking about it and see it, you could probably still access it, but this weekend it is done. If you haven't jumped on it yet, go grab it, program.swolenormous.com. The link is in the post description right here on Facebook. And I'll catch you guys on Instagram stories and IG every which way. Peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose. I'll see y'all tomorrow for 526. Laters.